beginners. One word. The meaning of life. Yeah. How we doing, boy? Previously on Kimba TV. The reason why I want you to get caught up is, we talked about bounces. Okay, this is obvious resistance. It would not surprise me. Why would that surprise anybody? Okay, and we already talked about the failed auction too. You gotta watch the stuff from last night, okay? If you don't want to, it's okay. But we talked about how if I get in for 500 here and I shave 100 right here, I have the opportunity to put my stop loss break even to be able to tolerate something like this. Y'all ready to get nasty on them, boy? It's too much shit on the screen right now. Let me clean it up. Swiggity swag. Swiggity swag on them. So for me to be playing, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 hands, she was not liking it. But basically I told her to not look at the denomination and just think of them as just like one chip, two chip. We're staying on 16. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. We killed it though. We killed it. Yeah, beginner's luck, I guess, Staying on 16 and shit. Oh yeah, big come up. Big come up. Otokari, thank you for the resub. Trinkum, thank you for the resub. Swabizi just gifted a sub to Buzzo. Let's go, Swabizi. Swabizi, we gotta get caught up. We gotta get caught up. GrumpX. Cashflow, I need 100x leveraged trade setup. Why don't you short 65.5 or long 59.8? I don't know. Joker, aritodo. RC says some serious ding dong, bing bong price action since Friday. No doubt, no doubt. But now that the bing bong ding dong has happened, we have value area high, value area low. So it's kind of nice. You want to let it get to a zone or break out of a zone and then bing bong ding dong. It's making value up high, so that's good. Yeah? How many people short on that third drive? That's classic. That's classic. Don't be mad at me. That's classic right there, my boy. You got to be thinking to yourselves, holy fuck, is this going to sweep and do a 3 drives? Yeah, I have shorts too, but I think we're gonna get stopped out. How many people is short from here? So yeah, we gotta watch out for that. As if it goes back down, then I think your short is good, and I wouldn't touch the short. Maybe you would need to. Okay, so this is Coke Zero. You read my Discord post? The fact that it didn't hit 50, or excuse me, 65, would kind of connotate and lean towards there could be one more. So you can't have it bounce off of the range point of control. That's extremely bullish. Coke Zero. So yes, if you can lose value, the point of volume point of control, then yeah, I don't really see like a bounce here. I would assume this is gonna get targeted. This is gonna get clearly targeted, and then probably all of these are gonna get targeted too. If you can't get below here, because theoretically, if you did take a short from there, that would kind of have to be TP1. If it gets back above value area high, then yeah, we're going to go visit the 65.5, right? All right, Coke Zero, but that's not a bad short. But you can't bounce off of point of control. That's kind of bullish. So as long as you're above this, 65 and higher is on the way. All right? Rules Crypto, what's going on? Coke Zero says 64750 short. Oh, that's Gucci Magucci. But yeah, you're probably gonna get another short attempt around like 65.5. You know what I mean? The 65.3 daily getting tapped. So let's see what happens. You know, you're above golden pocket, and you're above point of control. So if you want, yeah, maybe since they left that Coke Zero, they're gonna do that. Go here, grab that. But at this point, I think it would be, if this is gonna get lost, come back down first, and then we'll go and clean. Okay. So all eyes on the next like couple hours on these two levels, yeah? You excited? Get them! Freshly Faded is asking, now that you've taken 2/3 of your 54K position, hey, don't shortchange me, it's 53. Would you take the big position early before early October around 60K if it access support? Yeah. Yes. But it's not just 60K. It could be 60K, it could be lower. So my question to you, Freshly, would be, where are your most significant levels to the downside? Just by looking at this. Just by looking at this, coming back down here wouldn't surprise me, would still be bullish. That looks really appetizing to clean. Okay, and then obviously like cleaning all of that is the most obvious, right? So 60K would be nice, but I'm ready if it wants to go all the way back down to 57. So we're just gonna have to take it level by level. Okay, Freshly Faded. Yeah, but I mean, let's get nasty on them. Yeah, like this wouldn't surprise. So yeah, like 57, 50, 56 to 57 is a zone, 60 is a zone. Okie dokie. It's really going to be up to S&P, because S&P has a lot of imbalances, like gap, you know. Gap. This is cleaned. Gap. So, and then I don't know if you were here, but don't forget about the sort of higher time frame plan for this too. Remember, this is weekly S&P. Remember this? Yeah, so that's your 2022 high right there. So bullish retesting that wouldn't. So what do you think Bitcoin would do if S&P did this? What would Bitcoin do if S&P pulled back 16%? So just everything to kind of keep in mind, brother. Okay. But you gotta look at everything and look at the higher time frame. Let that guide you first. All right. So I was talking with all my Wall Street friends about like just like general market shit. So yeah, maybe like we really don't start having a big market crash until around 2026. ND says these shorts are determined to hold their positions until they're liquidated or what? Yeah, it's probably, this is where it starts to get awkward, ND. You're looking at your first higher high since March. And yeah, I would assume the shorts, their stop loss is like maybe here or here. Some goofy shit like that, 100%. So that's kind of like the 65, 65.6, 65.5 like short that I'm talking about. But structurally, you know, yeah, it's a little bit awkward, but they're probably waiting for that. But yeah, can you imagine like a 66,000 swing fail with all the shorts finally getting stopped out? You're stupid. Fuck. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Okay. And then next one is going to be 61.3. Let's shave 15. Okay. And then I'll do the last one, 5,975 for the last 30. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing on this. Let's shave 3 off of this one. Here. Should I do more? Nah. This one, I think, yeah, so we'll do this. And then 61,315. I'm gonna have 60, so I'll do 20 right there. Okay, the last one I'm gonna kind of leave open-ended, okay? Chaplin says, ooh boy, if we go back below 53, I don't really know about what level it would go to, okay? I just want to trap more shorts. All right, but we're just gonna take it level by level. So this is value area high, point of control, and value area low for Coinbase. This is it for CME, gap fill, CME, gap fill, but not mine, right? So lots of math going on right now. You know what I mean, Chaplin? So let's get nasty with them. All right, it's really up to S&P. S&P has a lot of gaps. So what is your take on how much of these you think are going to get filled? So you got this big boy, you got that thing down there, you got that thing down there, and you got that thing down there. So, and then obviously you got that thing down there. And that kind of lines up with all the stuff that we've been talking about. This is the weekly S&P. So it wouldn't be surprising to test the 2022 highs, you know? All right, we Gucci, my boy. We Gucci. But do you, baby? And if you ever want to know what I'm doing, Chaplain, brother, you got to get into Discord. You got to watch YouTube, and you can ask your fellow brothers and sisters in here if there's anything that I'm unsure of or what my plans are. I can't predict the future, but I have a plan for upside and downside. So the levels are identified, right? You know how much in shorts are trapped on Bybit and Binance. Do you know what kind of order flow CME has been getting? You can go to the CME website and look at the data yourself. Track all of these. Is it becoming more bullish or more bearish? And you can kind of keep track of the open interest and which way people are starting to bet and start to kind of prepare for levels and confluence with what you see with S&P. So first things first, Chaplain, let's just keep it dead ass simple. Okay, here's your range for CME. So there's your point of control. As long as you're above the point of control for the new range, considering that the range is being built on top of the previous range, it's building value higher and higher and higher and higher. So that's dope. That's bullish. So that means as long as it can stay above point of control, the trend is still higher. Okay, so shorts need to be thinking about that 65 to 66 zone getting swept. Again, these are all things that we have talked about. Make sure you know where the bad highs and bad lows are. Easy money, Bugatti money. All right. It would be easier for me to go down to 60, 59, and then we get into the long, and then I don't have to think about shorting 65. If we end up going up first, then the CME could potentially, the big three drives could be the short attempted down to 59, 60, and then we go. But we're going to have fun with it, and a lot of it has to do with S&P confluence. You do know, Chaplain, tomorrow that Jerome Powell is speaking at 9:20 in the morning. You know that it's GDP tomorrow and unemployment. You excited, bro? Chap, you excited, motherfucker? All right. Fred says, so tomorrow going to be a big trading day. Yes and no. I wouldn't really look at it as a big trading day. I would articulate it as a day that you have to really be on point to protect your capital and have great risk management. Days like tomorrow, your margin for error is small. They're going to trap your ass, Fred. Okay? With some bing bong ding dong, with some volatility. Fuck! Shit, I top longed. Got him. Love you, bro. I've been busy. Hey, Rubberneck, it's great to have you here, man. Small D. So I'm a big level to level guy. You already know what it is. So you can see, and I'm sure you can see. Okay, all kind of candidates to be swept. All right, small D. So make sure that you have levels to the downside. Obviously, make sure you have levels to the upside too. I think you can do things like this already, brother. So you can see exactly what CME is trying to do. This is Coinbase, by the way. So Coinbase might be a little bit quicker to kind of tell you the narrative. Another thing too, I don't know if you got to see this last week, small D, but do you remember when we did something like this? Tell me if this is your first time seeing this or you remember what I'm about to do. Okay. So we did something like this. That's actually good right there, like that. So that's how much it deviated from the 1.25. And if it does the same, you'd be looking at something like that. So you've got the deviation stuff, small d, because there is a chance that like it doesn't make a significant lower low and it just cleans and then it comes back. And it holds this. Not like this. You would want it to be a little bit quicker. I mean, that's okay, I guess. It's still held the 7.5 in the golden pocket. So, but so that would be where I'm shaving a little bit, just in case it wants to get hella bullish on my ass. I'm shaving a little bit there, but from there, 61.3 and then 59.780. Small d. Okay. So if I were to say, well, there's a chance that it's not going to sweep this, where could it be? Then it would be something like this. Okay. But aside from that, brother, I'm a big level to level guy. These levels have not changed. Okay. So, and the last thing that we talked about during the day and kind of the compressed version is, I think it'll take time coming down here. I'm talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So maybe we could, you know, come back, sweep, and maybe fuck around, you know, before we come back down again tomorrow. Lots of schwiggity opportunity. All right. Do you have any questions, small d? And again, I put them all live in. So exclamation rewind will show you all of that too. Okay. And all of the places that I'm thinking about TPing, and I am going to TP at, are all areas of interest of possibly getting into a hedge long. EU. What would be the difference between TPing and opening an actual long or adding, Gucci Romo? What would you want to see for you to have confidence yourself based off of what you've seen in the past? Oh, this is maybe a good place to long. For me, that level would be somewhere in the 60s, but I would like to see even more shorts get trapped right there. Because that's what's been kind of helping us go up and up and up and up and up. And they're still trapped. So I would love to see price going back down to 60 and then around 60 or 59 or 58 or 57 or whatever the level ends up being. There's some sort of bullish structure or bullish edge CVD wise along with shorts opening at the bottom. So maybe it happens at 61.3. Maybe it is going to go all the way down to 60. I don't know. Maybe it's like a 62,000 swing fail. Maybe it doesn't even go and clean this. And it's like a pink. So yeah, if we do this and we have a whole bunch of shorts trapped there, then that might be it. I don't think so, but Leader of Great Men says maybe it goes to 13K tomorrow. Yeah, if China nukes Taiwan, yes. Yes. But not without that nuke. Any other questions? Level to level. Do you fully TP on 59.7? Stop. Oh my God. Damn it, Hector. Hector, exclamation rewind. There's a portion where I'm talking and putting the TPs live and I go, this one, I'm going to leave this much behind. So the answer is no. But Hector, regardless of what I end up doing or what I'm planning to do, because I don't want you to be like, yo, but you just said, because guess what? I also explained what would make me close it all. Okay, and it's kind of halfway to do with what we were just talking about, which is where would I get into a long? So if it depends on how bullish it looks. If there is a whole bunch of longs all get stopped out and bottom shorters, so like the perfect double scenario for open interest, there's a hidden CVD bull div. Okay, S&P has tremendous bullish open interest and boo gammas. Then most likely, yeah, don't be mad at me if the little rest that I said I was going to save in case it wants to go to 57 gets fully TP'd. So it's not really, I haven't put in, I forget what it was, 30, 40, 50 or whatever, Hector. Okay. Hector, God damn it, you've been here long enough. Do you not understand that I like to swing for home runs? How much of my long do I still have? You know that I'm always going to have a little bit left behind. Duco says, I know you shorted the first sweep of 64.6. Later it made a 3 drives and swept again. Don't you think this last short had lower chance of going lower? What do you mean, Duco? So are you caught up on the Discord stuff? I think you are, right? So I think what you're asking me is, does this have any sort of influence on the probability of being able to go lower? Is that what you're asking? The structure of the 3 drives does not really impact anything, in my opinion, especially with the end of the month, end of the week coming, Duco. I think S&P confluence is going to be much more important to pay attention. And I also think, what the fuck was I going to say? CME. So, like, let's not even overcomplicate it, brother. You can tell that it's building value up, right? Value. This is debatable. I mean, you know, maybe value. But the point that I'm trying to make is the value is up and up and up. So what does basic strategy say when markets are building value up and up and up? You go from this value to 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 this value. So that's why, like, we have that level identified. Okay? But it's just bing, 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 bong, ding, dong today. It hasn't really done anything that would warrant, you know, anything like, oh shit. It just went to value area low and value area high. And so when you're in bing bong ding dong mode, when you're in value range, the probability of the bullish sentiment continuing is valid until the POC is lost. So the chances of rotating back down to the next value level would be when POC is turned into resistance. And then it goes really high when the value area low is lost. And then it's almost like a certain, not want to say certainty, but the probability is really, really high when you do a bearish retest and the value area low becomes confirmed as resistance. Then rotating and probably visiting the point of control in the previous value and then bing bong ding dong it. Now, sometimes you don't even have enough value where it just completely shits itself through what you would think it would be able to bing bong ding dong. So yeah, I think for now, Duco, we got to keep an eye on point of control, both on CME and Coinbase. And if the point of control gets lost and turned into resistance, if value area low is lost and turned into resistance, then the probability starts to add up and it becomes higher and higher that you're going to rotate to the next value area low. And the same thing would be to the upside as well. If we break out and we turn value area high into support, it's pretty clear resistance. So if it breaks out and you get into a bullish retest of the value area high, you're probably going to get that 66 because it's going to make a higher high. Just like how if you bearish retest and turn value area low into resistance, you're gonna sweep the lows. So just probabilities that would guide you. All right, Duco, did that new daily? Let's go. Boy, let's go. All right, I got to get ready to get out of here. Hey. He reaving. Young Soon, he reaving. But did I correctly answer your question, or was that just complete garbage, Duco? Were you asking me if the 3 drives make it more bearish? I don't think so. I don't think structure can dictate if it's more bearish or more bullish. All right. I think it just depends on how long you might spend or how you react at the volume, point of control, and the time. So TPO, point of control. So don't get baited on 5-minute red or green candles. You know that you got to start to spend time below point of control. So it really just comes down to how many times you've seen it yourself. So you don't have to feel like you're doing something just because I said it. But he said two or three 30-minute candle closes. Fuck. If you've never seen that yourself and why I say that, then you're going to be butthurt if it doesn't work out, and you're going to feel like I'm a genius if it does work out. But none of that helps you see it and believe it and feel confident in what you're wanting to do. You just said. Right, Grumpy X? So if you don't understand why I preach things like 2 or 3 30-minute candle closes, that's okay, but maybe just sit back and see it for yourself a couple of times. Sometimes there's going to be enough edge where you don't have to necessarily sit there and wait for 2 30-minute candle closes. You could just wait for 2 15-minute. Right, Tough Gnome? Right, Chef P? So, anyways, any questions, Chef P? I gotta wrap it up. I got like 20, 30 minutes. Bring on the questions. It's got to be testnet, right, Duco? Duco, are you in a short? Or are you in a long? Hey, the answer is nobody cares. I want you to juice. Okay? Shadow, I missed you guys too. Shadow, any questions before I dip out? How many of you guys, should I show up early tomorrow for GDP? You think it's going to juice, or you think it's going to be a donut, a zero bomb? I hate getting hella caffeinated. Hey, get hype. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It's coming. Phase two. Watch out, Lions. Phase 2. Wait, what? I'm back. You think there's gonna be volatility? OGs and veterans, talk to me. You think it's GDP, unemployment, with Jerome Powell talking at 9:20? Shadow says, nah, you deserve to rest, man. No. Fuck that rest nonsense. We'll worry about that on the weekend. It's time to juice. Objectively speaking, I'll fucking do it with 2 hours of sleep. I don't care. It really just comes down to, is there going to be volatility, or is it going to be a zero bomb? The thing that would make me show up is if we're doing some shit like this. Like, yeah. Or so any sort of like fringe levels, if we're close to it, This used to be one of those things where like I would set the alarm for like 5 minutes before. Back in the day, I would set the alarm for like 5 minutes before. And then I would wake up and I would see, is it here or is it here? Is it close? Is it like doing some shit like this while I slept? Did it do some shit like this while I slept? And then maybe get out of bed. But I think I'll show up early tomorrow. Just like how you can have this, like you can rotate back here, and then this becomes the pivot point. When you walk, this is all harmonics, by the way, but once you've done that and you make a lower low, okay, this should be a little bit of a TP because the probability of it making a lower high is a little bit higher, maybe like 2%, so nothing to freak out about. You can also be waiting up here too, that's no problem. But just remember that after you get rejected off of golden pocket and you make a lower low, you know, there's a little bit of a higher chance that it's going to try to make a lower high. Just basic baby shit. You probably didn't even need me to tell you that, to be honest. You know? So it's good to just shave a tiny bit. And you know me, I like to swing for home runs. So I'm not asking you to shave half. I'm not asking you to shave half, you know, but and you know, the other thing too, Psycho Talent, is if you can discipline yourself to shave a little bit there, sometimes you can keep your stop loss on a lower low. And since you shaved a little bit there, it's even if it hits you and you take a little bit of a baby L, that win makes it a break-even stop loss. So all I care about is you get stopped out break even. It's risk-free. I don't care how you end up doing it. Right? So just stuff to think about, but I'm rooting for you, my guy. Okay? It would have been hell of a lot better, okay, to not make a lower low, for you to get that 886, but that's okay. Because most of the time that 886 is going to come on a lower low. You got this kind of helping you out a little bit. But that's not the best. So the next 12 minutes are going to be not next 12 minutes, maybe the next 90 minutes. You probably have 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours max to try to get back above golden pocket. Love you guys. Have a great night. Stay safe. Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss.